Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Paige with Sew Createful, and I am doing the end of the month update for my what I've worked on for the month of July. And I have a little bit of haul, my progress of WIPs. I don't have a finish. I have close finishes, but sorry. I also wanted to try out, I noticed on my last video that the quality of my video in comparison to using my phone, last time I used my iPad, and the past few videos before that I had used my phone, and it just seemed like the quality was so much better. So I kind of wanted to try this out and get some input if you feel if this is better than the last video, hopefully. What I'm doing today, I closed my curtains to the window that's in front of me right here, and I have a light behind the iPad. I'm giving the iPad one more try. Like I said, this is an old iPad. It's like the very first iPad Pro that they came out with, so I don't even know how many years old it is. But I also purchased a microphone, which I have clipped to my shirt. The last video I wanted to try, I had a different microphone and I wanted to try it. It was a wireless and it just didn't fit to my, it said it was iOS compatible, but it wasn't working for me. And all of the charging that I had to do on both ends and this and that, and I decided to go, I just returned it and I decided to go much simpler. I'm kind of I don't know, I get in with modern technology, but at the same time, I kind of prefer the oldies but goodies at the same time. So I am using a good old-fashioned wired microphone, and I'm going to give it a try and see if it makes the situation with recording on the iPad any better at all. Because like I said, it's just easier for me to record on the iPad. But if I need to record, go back to and switch back to my phone, I will. But so yeah, I have the light back there, the window closed, and it's cloudy outside anyway, so the light wasn't coming in very good anyway. So we'll give this a try. Let me know if what you think. And so what I got done for the month of July, of course, I'm doing the summer cross stitch camp with Sherry, the Colorado stitcher. And for the month of June and July both, I picked patterns from this tiny modernist pattern that I bought last year from the market that was released, I believe, in the spring. For June, it was something that had a bird, and I stitched the autumn piece because it had a bird on it. And then for July was something that grows, so I chose to continue on with the winter piece. And I finished it. This is my winter piece. That's the June autumn piece, and then my winter seasonal bell jar. I love these so much. I'm really enjoying these patterns from Tiny Modernist. One of the things that I really appreciate, I think I'm probably a broken record with the Primrose Cottage Stitchers and these patterns from the Tiny Modernist. I really appreciate when they print their patterns. I don't want to open and show the pattern inside, but I really appreciate when they have their patterns in a nice, clear, bold color format. It just works so perfectly for my vision. So I'm really appreciative of that. So I finished that. That's what I worked for June and July, and then for August I am stitching one that is something new to me. That's what she chose for us to stitch on in August, something that's new to us. And on my last video I had showed how I had changed my mind, like I don't know how many times before, and on my last video I thought I had it narrowed down and I was settled on what I was going to do. Well, I changed my mind again. I have been really loving, so also kind of exciting news for me, I'm also going to be model stitching for Sweet Wing Studio whenever she has something available for me to stitch. Looking forward to that. That was very exciting for me. And when I was online and I was looking through some of her already patterns that she's released, she has a pattern that I printed. It's a PDF pattern, but as I've said before, my pattern's not, or my printer isn't printing out color well right now. So what I'm going to do, since I don't have a good photo image of this pattern, I'm going to attach a screenshot of the pattern that I'm going to stitch here. So for that pattern, I fell in love with it because it goes well with my bee themed. And I love scriptural reference patterns, and it looks like it should be pretty easy for me to stitch up for the month of August. So this is the colors that I had chose for that pattern. I don't know if you can see there. I have Harvest Moon by Gentle Arts, Shaker, the Classic Color Works Wavy Navy, Classic, that's a tongue twister for me. Classic Color Works Caterpillar, also Cayenne, Queen Bee, and Steamed Broccoli, all Classic Color Works. Beautiful colors, and I'm very anxious to stitch this up. I love that pattern so much, and it's definitely something new to me. I believe this is 16 count Ida, but I'm trying to make a point of shopping from my stash first. It is a oatmeal or fiddler's cloth, I'm not sure. Maybe if I get close you can see. It has that natural speckled tone to it. So I think that's going to be really nice for that pattern. And so that's what I'm going to do for my August stitch camp. I'm really excited to stitch that. And that's what's in there is part of my haul. So when I finished that, I moved on to work some more on my, I wanted to start a new pattern so bad that I couldn't hardly resist, but I thought I really need to get this one finished. I really wanted to finish this one for our anniversary if possible. This is the one. Let me move this a little bit, see if that helps. Okay, maybe that helps a little bit. Move that light backwards. This is the one that I started and I stitch on the 15th of the month for our anniversary. Our anniversary is September 15th, and I had shown this a few months back, and I did get up to where the tree was partially. I got part of that stitched, and I still have all of this to do yet, but I finished the tree and I finished all of the stuff up in here. I still need to finish stitching this stuff right here, this right here, and just these words is all. That's all I have left. So I was hoping maybe finish it today and then I could have it I really wanted to have it finished before I did my next video today, but I wasn't able to. Let me see, I probably should put this pattern behind. So that is what I have so far. I finished that tree and the flowers beside the tree, and I'm working on the little cluster stitches that needs to finish filling in right here. And yeah, I really think that unfinished star kind of in the middle there, I have to put a few things on each side of that and finish filling in the center of that, and that'll be done. So I think I'm gonna make it. I think I'm going to have a finish with this by my next video. I so hope so. And then I'll be starting the one that I really wanted to start yesterday, and I didn't. I was like, I need to finish that. I need to get that finished before I start another new one. So let's see. What is this one? That goes to that. So I also worked on, I don't know if you remember, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to easily show you what I'm working on. This was in my haul last month, and there's no name other than, I don't know if you can make that out. It's a French pattern, and it has wool applique and little wooden cutout pieces, and you just embellish in that hoop. And I thought it was just so cute. I'm going to see if I can show you what I have finished so far. This is the glue. This is what I call my magic glue. It's called Barely Art Precision Craft Glue, and I buy a bottle of this and I use it because I do paper crafting as well. This works for paper and fabrics and all kinds of things. I've been using that. It comes with this pin to put down in your fine tip. You get different size tips for that too, but I always favor the real fine tip. But you get this pin to put in there to keep it from drying out, and it's very useful. It's one of my favorite glues. So in here I have a little tray here that I was putting all the parts in here as I was working on this, and I don't have everything glued down, so I'm kind of leery on how I pick this up, but this is really cute and a lot of fun. So I still have to I have to stitch. I cut out my sewing machine. I still need to do a little bit of stitch. I need to stitch around the edge of the sewing machine to the fabric. This is the fabric that I'm applying it to. All the different little buttons, the little sewing dress form. There's little scissors, and this is just the design tag. All of these, these three pieces need to be blanket stitched around the edge and then sew them on there. But so I've been working on that. I'm afraid I can't really tilt it too much. I'll try to do a screenshot so you can see a straight on view of that a little bit better, of what that is looking like. So that's pretty much what I have been working on. It's been a pretty busy month. We had a lot of different family things going on, and more stuff going on. My husband's doing better. He's outside right now trying to get some outdoor things finished, and he's slowly trying to get the strength of his arm back. So we went to the doctor Monday, and they lifted his weight restriction. He can now lift 5 pounds. And let's see, I think I will move on to my haul now. And well, first I have a question and then my haul. I had stitched this pattern years ago, and I was wanting to look at look online and see if I could search for this frame. If anybody knows if there is a store that sells this frame, that wooden frame for this cross stitch, I would appreciate you sharing that with me. The pattern for the cross stitch in here is on the back of this. I made this for my daughter years ago, and I don't know whatever happened to it, and it upsets me. It was so cute, and I had finished it in this little girl frame, and I thought about trying to make another one so she can have it and put it in her girl's room. But this is an old pattern. It's from the Sweetheart Company. I haven't seen anything on this at all, so it may be completely out of print and not available anywhere, but I just thought I would throw that out there just in case anybody knew anything about it, or if they had it in their stash and they'd like to sell it. I would love to get that from them. Okay, so back to my haul. I had a few freebie patterns that I had printed out. There's a free pattern group on Facebook, and every now and then there are patterns that I really like, and the first one I will do a screenshot and share that photo of what that pattern is. That one is of a bird, and I just love birds and nature and everything. So I fell in love with that pattern as a free cross stitch pattern. This sheet that I printed out here, you can barely see it, so I will show you the photos, the screenshot of that pattern, and I will see if that pattern's still available for free. I will share the link down below. And then the other one that I got for free that I printed out, I don't know if it's, it says May Lily of the Valley. It's a free. Now see, it's not showing. It's hard for me to make out a whole lot on here. I will also share a screenshot of this, but it's a lily of the valley in a teacup, and it's really pretty. And my grandmother on my mom's side passed away several years ago when I was pretty young. And one of the few memories that I have that I can really remember is, for some reason, I associate lily of the valley with my grandma. And I don't know if that was a flower that my mom mentioned that she liked it, and it always just stuck with my mind that grandma likes lily of the valley, or if she had something that had lily of the valley in it. And so anytime I see lily of the valley, I think, oh, grandma, and I want to stitch it or make it, or it just kind of has special meaning to me. So if I didn't already, I'll share a photo of that freebie that I printed out. So this one, I'll go ahead and share this one with you. A lot of people got this. This was a pre-order of the Any Town, Tiny Town. And this is another pattern that has kind of special meaning to me, and I look forward to having fun and stitching this up in a manner that fits my family, and kind of personalize it a little bit. My dad is a barber, so I wanted to edit this barbershop so that it's my dad's barbershop. And I'll probably edit these buildings however I choose to. My husband, maybe I'll get his input as well. The keepsake's house it's kind of ironic because it almost looks a little bit like our house, a little bit, not exactly, but it's kind of funny because the way that looks, it's like, that almost looks like our house, even though it's supposed to be keepsake's store. But yeah, I had to get that. That was a pre-order, and that came in the other day. I'm excited to stitch on that. I'm not sure when I'll start on it, but I will. This was just a little something my mother-in-law shared with me. She had ordered on a website this little punch needle set, and she said she brought it out when I was over there, and she's like, do you think you can figure out how to do this? I can't. And I said, well, I'll give it a shot. I've tried other things. It comes with some scissors and different size needles in here, and that's the punch needle pen. I had tried punch needle years ago. There's different needles in here. I had tried years ago, and it was a no-go for me, but I think it's because I didn't have a good pen. So I told her, I said, I'll give it a try, but after my last experience of what I had tried in the past, I wasn't too hopeful that this was gonna work either. The other thing I need to get is I need to get a Morgan hoop, or something that has a good tight tension, and that was the other reason why it was a no-go for me in the past, is I didn't have anything that the tension was tight enough when I tried to try the punch needle. So we'll see how that goes. My other haul was a very exciting haul for me, and I actually had it the last time I filmed my video, but I wasn't allowed to share it yet. This was the release from Primrose Cottage Stitchers. They had the new release for the Sip and Stitch. I am not the type of person that will subscribe to anything that is a mystery. If it's a mystery, I'm not in. I want to know what I'm going to work on, and because there's a lot of things out there I'm not that wild about. I've gotten several things from Primrose Cottage in the past, and there hasn't been anything with them that I have been disappointed in. I was afraid if I didn't get this one, there was just something telling me, I was like, just order it. I don't think you're going to be disappointed, just order it. So I did. I went ahead and went with my gut, and I ordered their Sip and Stitch, the mystery Sip and Stitch, and I got it in the mail the other day. And to my surprise, I was super, super happy that it was another pattern to add to my collection that I'm building of my bees. So this one's called Honeybee Quaker, and which is perfect because I'm also loving the Quakers. I love Quakers, the bees. I love Primrose Cottage Stitches, anything. So I'm anxious to get started on that. I'm surprised I didn't start on that one yet, but I really wanted to get my anniversary stitch finished. So you also got a finishing kit with it. The floss pack came with it, and of course you got the message card that came in your box introducing it, and then you got this really nice selection of all these different stickers from her artwork from all of her bee collection, which I'm going to be indecisive on how I want to use these because there's so many different ways. I want to put them in my book, my stitch book, where I record and log everything, but at the same time it's like I don't want to use them up either. So I don't know, we'll see. I need to quit being greedy. Maybe she'll release some where I can, where we can order more later. You never know. And my bee mug. This is very nice. Everything, it wasn't broke. They had it well packed in a little box and then bubble wrap and everything. So I was glad it was all intact, not broken at all. Nettie on the mom used a portion of this pattern on top. You may have seen on their last video last week. She used that circle of bees and stitched a little circular piece and made like a needle pincushion on top of this mug, and I was like, ooh, I like that idea. So I may copy that idea from her and do that because I think that's cute. I'm kind of funny about if something is kind of special to me, I'm afraid to use it. I don't want it to get broke. So I was thinking using it in the manner of using it as a pin cushion, as a display, might be a little bit more useful for me possibly. So we'll see. But yeah, that was an exciting thing to get, and I was not disappointed. I was super happy and excited when I got this in the mail. Okay, so my other big haul, exciting news. This I'm really excited about as well. So, I don't know, it was a couple weeks ago, Joann's had a big coupon sale, and they had a sale. I don't know what drove me to look on the website for sulky threads, and I've been wanting to try sulky threads, but I didn't have an easy access way to go just shopping for some and pick out a few here, a few there. So I thought, I'm just going to try to see about getting one of those collections that come in a case and go that route. Well, they're not cheap, of course. So I just so happened to be on Joann's website when I had some coupons, and they had a doorbuster sale going on, and I was able to order this half price. And sorry for my squeaky chair. This is the Cotton Petites. It's the 12 weight Dream Assortment #1. So this is the first collection. You get 80 colors in here. 66 of those 80 colors are the solids, and 14 are blendables. So there's also a Dream Assortment #2, and then there's also a blendables collection, which is about half the price because there's not near as many of those. So I have the one, and maybe eventually sometime down the road I will get #2 if I can catch another sale. I haven't decided if I'm going to leave it in this case, or I'm planning to I want to do a future video and show you how I am doing my storage. It's behind my iPad. You can't see it, but how I'm storing all of my DMC, my specialty flosses, and now I have the sulky to add to it. So I don't know if I want to continue the suit of how I have those flosses stored, or if I want to just leave them in the carry case. But I'm afraid that leaving them in the carry case, that these are just going to get in the way wherever. I don't know. That's something I have to decide on. But I was super excited to get those in, and because I was very anxious, because most of you already know, one strand of the sulky is like comparable to 2 strands of DMC, and I do a lot of 2-strand DMC on my or my specialty floss as well. I do a lot of 2 strands. So I wanted to try it the worst way, but I had already started this, so I tried to pick out a color that would complement something that I was going to work on. And so I chose this color here, and I believe when I looked it up online, that was called, that sulky number is called Petal Pink or something in that line. And so I pulled that spool out and I stitched those flowers there. And let's just say I am in love with that sulky thread. It is a dream to work with. That's the first spool I tried. So if you don't know, the tops pop up, and then you can take your thread off of that, and then when you're finished you wind it around there, and then you pop your top back, and it keeps the floss in place, so that way it's not going to unravel in storage. You're not going to have all those loose threads everywhere. This particular color is 1307. So when I googled it and I looked up the colors for sulky thread, this one I believe said it was a petal pink or some pink color. So I need to download, I guess, print out some color charts of the color names and stuff, because I do plan to do some color conversions in the future with things that I'm stitching on. So I think I picked out a good color. Kind of blends in with the rest of my stitched piece here. But yeah, I was so excited to get that. And the thing I learned before I ordered that, you know, like I said in my last video, before I order something, I do a lot of homework, so to speak, and look into things and break down the cost and see if it's cost efficient and something that would be beneficial for me. So because of the price that I paid with the coupons and the sale that they had going on, I broke it up to the yardage. I think I figured up DMC has 8 yards, and those spools you get 50 yards. So I broke down the cost of how much. I believe I figured out that you get like 5 or 6 skeins on there. I think it's 6 skeins of DMC in comparison on to one spool of one of those threads. I think I broke it down to where if I paid for each skein of floss on per spool, that for that whole collection, it broke it down to like 16 cents a skein if I looked at it that way. So it's a very cost efficient way to buy threads, and they're beautiful colors. I just love opening up the case. I guess I could do that. I didn't open the case up. So it has a kind of a latch hook here, and it opens up like this, kind of like a Barbie playset or Matchbox cars. You've got a case here, and you can store all of your thread toys in the box. But look at those gorgeous blendable colors. Beautiful. So you get a really nice rainbow selection of colors to start with. So even if I didn't buy any more, I think this is plenty, and a really nice selection of colors to stitch with. Pretty much anything that you want to stitch on. So, yep, that's my new toy. Actually, my husband helped me get this. He went on it with me, and he's so sweet. He supports my stitching habits. But anyway, I think that is it. I'm not going to show you my diamond painting this time around, but on my next video I'll show what I have finished. I think I finished, by then I should have another row completed, and so I'll have a little bit more to show you on the next video. But so for my plans for this month of August coming up, starting tomorrow, I'm going to start my stitch camp, the Sweet Wings Studio pattern that I shared with you. And I'm also going to finish kitting up some projects that I want to start in September. So my stitchy friend and I are going to start in September the blue flower. I showed you this in another video, and I'm super excited to start this. I'm still trying to pick out which fabric I want to go with, and then the floss. And Tedra, I'm excited. I can't wait to start this one. It's a beautiful, the blue flower just has some gorgeous patterns. I just love them. And I'm also going to start on, I showed you the Disney ones that I printed out last month or a few weeks ago. I think I'm going to start on the Hakuna Matata. In this house we do Disney one. I think I'm going to start on that one first. So I'm going to get that kitted up with all of the flosses. I'm going to get that kitted up, and I have to start on this one. This was the one I wanted to start yesterday, and I didn't start on it yet, but I'm going to start it. This is going to be when I finish my September, my anniversary stitch for the month, for the 15th of every month. This is going to be my new one, an emblem of love. This is going to be my next anniversary stitch, and I'll have my other one finished from the Primrose Cottage stitches. And I know I showed you the fabric that in the floss that I was going to stitch with that. This is the Smoky White Belfast vintage, sorry, I can't even talk. Vintage Smoky White in 32 count, and then this is Brethren Blue Gentle Arts. So I am super excited. I want to get this started in the worst way. It's like a kid waiting to go to Disney World. It's like, I want to start it now. I'm trying to be patient. I'm trying to teach myself patience, get things done. It's so hard because I want to stitch it all. So I also, I forgot this one. I also downloaded a new pattern on Etsy, and it's a stained glass window of Snow White. And that's another thing that's kind of been my coined nickname. Some friends of mine going way back, and my husband will call me that sometimes too. I'm kind of known as Snow White as well because I'm pale and dark hair, and my husband says I have the Disney type personality. So anyway, I downloaded that, and I will share a screenshot of that pattern here. And then one of our daughters recently got married, and sorry about my cord from my microphone, hopefully that didn't make a noise. I let her pick out a few things that I had for wedding themed stitches, and she picked this one out. I asked her if she wanted me to change the colors or anything. She said no, she liked it the way it was. She liked how it's simple. This is an old kit that I've had for years from the Sweetheart Tree. Teeny Wedding Announcement is what it's called. So I told her I could either finish it into a frame piece, or I could make it into a nice, like a little collector's box, and finish something on the top of a nice box form. So I'm also going to be starting on this next month. So I've got plenty to do in August, and I'm probably forgetting something. We're going to go to Stitch Etc. They're having their anniversary celebration in August on the 19th, and so my husband and I plan to go to that. That's my big thing I want to do coming up in the near future, stitching related. So I'm super excited about that, and I think that is all. So if I forgot something, it'll be on the next video. Everyone take care. Thanks so much for joining me and coming to visit. Thank you for watching and subscribing. I really appreciate comments, and till next time, bye.